Afi King, and we in Afi's kingdom. You see how y'all be looking? You see all this purple, all these emotions. I had to think about you. Are you okay? You need to do all this stuff. You turn my world. He's embarrassed. She told this guy that he needs to die, right? So while y'all thinking y'all doing some shit, man, y'all leave these women alone. So I'm gonna give you some game, right? But I'm gonna give it to you out the woman's mouth. So I'm gonna ask her a couple of questions, and I want you to be honest, man. Don't. This is for men, so don't try to give the answer like it's supposed to be. Like, no, this is you with the boys talking right now. Except you're talking to hundreds of boys, or maybe 1,000 guys. So this isn't. I'm telling you. No, I'm serious. So, what attracts you to a man? Okay, let's even do this. What is attractive? What is attractive to me? What's attractive to me? What attracts me to you? On the surface, and what's the real? Like if you was a bitch, we cuss on this channel. It's raw game, so don't worry about that. If you was a bitch, what would you like? And then since you know me, this is my best friend, yo. I love her so much. We've done the smashing, but this is why y'all gotta build relationships and rapport with your ladies, man, because we 20 years strong. And we don't have to do none of that shit. You know? So since you what is it that attracts and draws you into a man? Yeah, turn that shit down.
Ideally just confidence in general.
Confidence.
Because if you're not if you're confident, you can convince anybody of anything.
Right.
You can be fine, you can have all of the everything, but if you're not confident, I'm going to wreck your shit either way.
She gonna wreck your shit.
And so,
hey, hold on, let me tell y'all something real quick. This is a principal we talking to, so don't think this some raggedy ass bitch on the street. This is a principal right here.
If you need me,
hold on, I'm trying to give you your stats. You interrupting your stats?
No, wait. If you need me to tell you who you are, then you're not shit.
Right.
You aren't anybody. Mm-hmm. Because I can make you into whatever I want you to be, and that can be someone who your parents didn't raise you to be, or somebody who you aspire to be. Like, you could be a police officer, you could be a wrestler, you can be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, but the minute I feel any weakness in you being unsure of
scarcity
yourself,
mindset, I be telling these fellas
unsure of yourself, I'm going to take over and turn your life upside down.
Thank you, baby. So this is what y'all see. This is what the guys will understand. The guys don't realize is they be thinking as long as the girl is in the house with them and they still fucking like, oh, it's still cool. They don't realize that a woman can detach emotionally. They be thinking as long as hey, we ain't broke up. We slept in the bed last night.
Yeah, this isn't like the 80s or 90s where you kind of wanted to save face. So you stay in these relationships to save face. Like bitches will stay in relationships for...
This coming from a principal, y'all.
For money, for half the rent, for all of the rent, for different situations other than, oh, I love this man, so we in the house together.
Right.
I lived in a house with a male for some years, and I care less what goes on.
Right.
But if you're taking care of some of the things that need taken care of, then... it's kind of like a codependency type thing, but that doesn't mean he's doing it, I'm not doing what I'm doing.
Right. So the guy just showed you fired him, right? So what was it? Because he was buying you things, he's doing all this stuff. What was wrong? He told you good morning.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Annoying.
It's annoying for somebody to fawn over you and you're not giving them anything to fawn over. If I'm giving you like all of this shit, if I'm like saying good morning, if I'm making you breakfast, if I'm giving you head out of this world, if I'm doing all that shit and you giving me props, then yeah, juice me up. But if I'm not doing shit and you're juicing me up, I don't have to give you shit. I don't gotta give you shit.
Look, I told him that. I told him on one of these videos that you may have a woman, right, who's willing to cater to you, but if you roll out the red carpet, she gonna hold back on that shit.
Because you don't have to.
You ain't got to, see?
Because you don't have to.
Ain't nobody teaching you this.
And like, I'm not if I want to do certain things and you overly juice it and you're super grateful, like, okay, you're grateful for me doing this shit, but it's only a little bit of shit, nigga. So bitches you used to ain't used to doing shit. So I gotta do just a bare minimum.
Look,
just to keep you happy.
Ain't this fun? You get to cuss and stuff. You thought you didn't know I was gonna let you do that. Huh? You get to really say what you want to say. That's another thing because she know how to talk. But I had to give her the advance that you can say whatever you want because if she would have been on here talking like another person.
Yeah.
So, but listen, that's game right there.
Yeah.
So that's why I pointed that out because y'all be meeting these women and be thinking, oh yeah, she's a lawyer, she's a good one. That don't fucking mean shit. She can study and pass tests.
All women across the board are pretty much the same. Like that crosses,
just like cars. That's what I said.
That crosses age. That crosses color. That crosses culture. And because it's 2018 and it's social media, even women like in different cultures that usually like hide themselves or more reserved, they see these other women out here shaking their ass and getting fucked and getting wifed up, and they looking like, oh, we ain't got to do all this shit no more.
Right.
So women are like adapting traits of a man, or what men would used to be perceived as like, oh, men can do what they want to do. They can have sex with as many people as they want to. Now girls feel like he can do it, so can I.
Right.
And so you're not dealing with a woman from, like I said, like the 80s or even the 90s. Like these new women are like men. Right. So however you see men just like chase women or have sex or promiscuous or just one is cake and eat it too. The women baking their cake and they eating it, honey.
So you hear that? So let me ask you this question because my last drop, baby, was do looks matter? Now, you know, obviously we're close. We've got physical, but we have way more foundation than that. So I want you to say, this isn't no cocky shit, but like, because I want to contrast it. What do you find attractive about me on contrast of what a bitch think attracted to me since you know me?
Well, it's years of knowing you, and so it's more like attracted to like your self growth and just like
growth. That's the name of the channel.
The way you motivate yourself and your drive and tenacity to go out and do things for yourself and not on account of nobody else. Like, oh, I got a family, or oh, I got a bitch, or oh, I got to do this for us. Like, you do shit for yourself. You'll vacation by yourself. You'll go eat by yourself. Like lamb chops for dinner. Let me go reserve my table for one. Like,
yeah.
And most people can't spend time with themselves because they don't like themselves or love themselves enough to be like, I'm all right with just me. Right. If you're not okay with just yourself, don't think you're going to drag a female in or a bitch in and then all of a sudden you're going to be all right with yourself. That's going to confuse you even more. So you have to get right with yourself. You have to love yourself, honor yourself, and be able to put yourself first, because you can't give somebody and give and give and give and nobody's putting nothing back into you. Right. It's going to be a fail. You're going to lose all the way around.
So I'm going to ask you two questions. So do you think I'm extremely handsome? Just yes or no? You don't have to go deep.
Yeah, I think you're handsome.
Fine.
Yeah.
How much of a percent of that incorporates to how much you love me, though?
None.
Nothing. Did y'all hear what she said again?
None.
Say it one more time. Zero. Yeah. All say people. Oh man, well you got nice hair. That's why. Fucking no.
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 Because there's are guys that I've dated or talked to that look equally or more attractive than you, but I don't have 20-year relationships with them. I don't have friendships with them. I don't call them or have them in on my life or my business or around my kids or around my dude or around anybody who I care about.
They don't know how to, and they're not in tune with you to turn you on.
Right.
Why? Because they don't pay attention. All they pay attention is trying to impress you without getting to know you.
Yep.
You hear this, y'all?
And when you're trying to impress somebody,
it shows.
You're missing out on so many things that you could do better. Like, you can take me out to eat. You can take me on a trip. You can buy me flowers. That's cool. But if you know I like art, you can take me on a date to an art museum. Or if you know I like to cook, you can buy me like a good cooking set to cook you food, nigga. We both winning. And so like when you don't know those things or you don't take time to figure those things out, you just digging yourself. You always gonna dig yourself when you're trying too hard.
Okay, so let's get into the deep psychology of this shit real quick. What you like and what you're supposed to like and what you really like. Y'all get your pen and papers for this shit.
Well,
this is a professional chick. This ain't no fucking hood rat.
Well, I have 2 children. I have a daughter and a son. So my daughter, as an example, she'll be 18 this year. As an example of a woman, I'm supposed to show her what a woman should do and how they should be treated. And my son, I'm supposed to teach him how a lady is supposed to be treated. And so in dating, I have to find people that are well-rounded. Or
it's the difference between what you want and what you need.
And that's what like I'm supposed to have. But what I prefer are like drug dealer niggas or niggas who be in jail or niggas who talk crazy now and then. Like,
y'all fucking hear
not
this shit.
like straight laced like we doing, family pictures. Yeah, that looks cool for the kids. But on my own time, when I pass the block and see niggas, I be like, oh, God, I still love him.
You said earlier, I'm a nice guy, but what else am I?
Yeah, you're a nice guy, but you like have a crazy undertone. And so it's not like you just nuts and like all out of control about to kill me or nothing, but you're not just so perfect that you're perfect. You ain't taking your shit. You're going to be talking back smart. You're going to be rolling your eyes. You're going to be telling me about myself.
Just something real quick. How quick am I to fire a bitch?
Everybody gets fired. Like you're on the fire list until you get off the fire list, basically. You come into it fired. And then you have to work yourself off of being fired.
Right. See? Y'all listening to these y'all watching these love romantic comedies, they be watching these Tyler Perry shit and be thinking,
no, that's not real life.
If I just
That's not real life. Nobody's
she always wanted a turtle from France. Let me go find it.
Singing in the rain, one wish like Ray J. You're going the wrong direction. Right. you're going the wrong direction.
It ain't gonna work.
So you have to you gotta have confidence in your own self. Like, and you bettering yourself, if that means you gotta read books, if that means you gotta listen to this nigga, if that means you have to go run laps, get a gym membership, like learn how to cook yourself, do whatever you need to do to make sure you straight. Mm-hmm. Don't come thinking you're gonna depend on a bitch to do some shit, because the bitch will disappoint you.
Thank you.
She will disappoint you, and you're not going to be ready for the disappointment. And that's going to turn you into a crybaby, and that's going to turn it even worse.
You see all those text messages, she didn't respond to none of them. It's just him going on, probably crying, and we sit here doing a video talking about it.
And that's not somebody I did not care about. Like, I do have love for him. He super loves me, but it's just too much, honey. Like, calm down, sit down. Like, what am I giving you for you to feel like this? It
still has to be earned, correct?
Yeah, like I'm not giving you nothing to feel like this. So this makes me think like, is this just what you do to bitches, or like what the fuck are you doing? Right. Like I feel like I am good, but I ain't this fucking good. What the fuck is up? Is something wrong with you or missing out of your life? And no, we're not doing this.
So let me ask you 2 more questions because I got this consultation I gotta take. Right. For 2, like 2 questions. The first one is like, what, you know, so I got a lot of bitches back in the day. So how many, is it a lot or no? Just say that.
Yeah, it's too many.
It's too many. Okay, but what I'm asking you is, what do you feel has changed? Because I can get the same bitches then as I can get now, but what's the difference?
I feel like at some point you realized it wasn't about what you were bringing to the table, and you just realized who you were bringing to the table.
Ooh.
And what you're perceived to be and who you are 2 different things all the time.
People don't know I'm super intelligent.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna don't nobody and bitches don't care when they meet you or see you. They just be wanna fucking have your babies.
They just want to fucking have my babies. Y'all heard it from her.
Yeah, they don't. Women don't be thinking oh, he can be so good to me. Females don't think like that. Men put that on us.
Right.
Ooh, let me show you how much I love you. Let me count the ways. We don't think that fairy tale shit. It's been pumped to you men that's the standard you have to meet, and you don't.
I like this realness that